Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This Shabbos is a very special Shabbos. Shabbos Behaalotecha. You will raise up the candles. Raise up the candles, light the menorah. It should have said lahadlikes haneres, to light the candle. But in reality, the Kohen Gadol would wear on his forehead a tzitz. It was a foreplate that said Kodesh LaHashem, holy for Hashem. And he wasn't allowed to raise his hand above that. So therefore, he would have to go up a number of steps. And so therefore, it says to raise up the candles. Nevertheless, the Rebbe explains, it still could have said lahadlik et hanerot, like on Chanukah he said lahadlik et hanerot, to light the candles. And so why does it say behaalotecha hanerot? You should raise up the candles. And the answer is that we have to realize that every single one of us are a candle of God. Every single one of us, it has a ner havaya nishmas adam, is the soul of the man, is the candle of God, and each one of us has the opportunity to light up one another. We just had in the Hayom Yom, in the daily thoughts of the Rebbe, who wrote that Mashiach is going to come when we look on the street and we see that there's someone, we're going to think to ourselves, how can we raise this person up? We have another very special a mitzvah in this week's parsha, and that is the holiday, a very obscure holiday that is primarily not practiced today, and that is Pesach Sheni, the second Passover. And so, in the first Passover, as the Jews, we brought the Paschal lamb, and the Jewish people left Egypt. And so God said a year later, on the anniversary of that day, every single year you will bring a Paschal lamb, which has become our custom. Instead of the Paschal lamb, we have the Karban Pesach. We bring the Paschal sacrifice through our Seder. We don't bring an actual sacrifice, but we have the shank bone on our Seder plate, and we celebrate Passover every single year. But on that first year, there was a group of Jews who were part of the Chevra Kadisha. They were part of the burial society. And they turned around to Moses and said, Moses, why should we be deprived? We're impure in our soul, and if we're impure in our soul, how can we be deprived in order to not be a part of the community and bring the Karban Pesach and have our Seder on that night? And so it's one of the places in the Torah that Moses doesn't know the answer. He goes to Hashem, and Hashem says, you're right. 30 days later, it's going to be a second Passover. Now, this second Passover is not the 7-day Passover, it's only one day, but they'll have a second chance in order to bring a second Passover. And the words that it uses is someone that is tamei lanefesh, is someone who's impure in her soul, or miderech rechaika, he's far away. Now, in reality is that if you were lived far away from Jerusalem, that wasn't a good enough excuse not to bring the Paschal lamb. Meaning, if we intentionally didn't travel in Eila Regel, the time to go to the holiday to Jerusalem, at a time of Passover, then we're not allowed to bring it on, we're violating a sin, and we're not allowed to bring it on the 14th of Iyar. But what does it mean, derech hakol? Someone who is far away, someone who is further away spiritually, who doesn't even know it's Passover, doesn't know what a Paschal lamb is, doesn't know what the idea of a Seder is. We have to raise up the people around us. We have to give people a second chance. And it teaches something very powerful. The Rebbe would bring about this. You can never fall down. We always have a second chance in life. All we have to do is ask Hashem. It says, Lama Nigara is the words they use. Why should we be deprived? When we see something, we should say something and say, God, why should we be deprived? Give us another opportunity. Give us a second chance in life. And if we do that, then there will always be a second chance for us. And so Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We celebrate second chances this week. We celebrate raising up all the beautiful souls around us. And if we do that, we will merit, God willing, to be able to celebrate and light the 7-pronged menorah of the Holy Temple very soon in our days. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. See you tonight, 7:30, tomorrow morning at 10:15.